Hey, hello, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Yes, now I have Twitch as well. And today is the first stream that is going inside Twitch. So don't forget to join my Twitch. And how is everyone doing? I know this is in a very short notice, and I thought, why not share this information with everyone else? Because I have seen so many questions in the groups that, you know, what am I buying? Am I wasting my money? Or is it actually a good product to go with? So I actually deep dive into it, and I have noticed that about 671 products are tagged with Sumoday, and that's a huge number of product to look at. But it is fairly easy. I saw somebody commented. Let me check who commented. Yeah, I cannot see your comment. You just have to give permission to wave video so I can see your profile picture in the background. Hey, Tawhid, how are you, man? Thanks for joining. So I was talking about the humongous amount of product that you have to go through. I think that is the business policy. That is how they designed it. It's a mind game. So what you are going to do, because you are so much into FOMO that, okay, I have 10% additional discount. So what am I going to do with it? And then you end up buying things that you do not need. And we do this regularly. I mean, I myself I'm like, buy. And at the end of the day, 5 months later, when I check my database, and I see that I haven't touched those things, because once I touch them and realize that it doesn't fit into my workflow or my daily business or productivity. So it can come in multiple flavors. So I'm not going to say that one product fits everybody. Definitely not, right? So that is the whole point. Right. The camera, I think the camera is doing that, is keep on focusing that object. So I guess, yeah, he is liking, he is having that attention that he always crave for. I mean, Tony Stark, right? And yes, so I actually I designed my own database that also sends out notification 3 days and 5 days before my refund date, and I will tell you about it later. So which LED product I use to design that database. So just hang with me for a moment. So I want to know that beside Tawhid, somebody also commented about Readable, and I can't see your name. I mean, in the back end, let me go and check that. Where is the comment? I can't find it. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me try to find the person who commented. Andrian, you didn't give permission to wave video. No, it's not Joe. It's Andrian. Yeah, because Facebook updated their API to version, I don't know which version, so you need to redo the permission. Where is Joe? I can't see him also. Joe, are you joining? Yeah, I can see him also. Yeah. So, yeah, Tawhid, I can see. I think he recently attended another web video live, and he have given the. No, I can't see your name, Joe. I mean, I opened Software Shed on the separate screen to see the video, So I can see you there. But I'm streaming at 5 different places. So I'm trying to find out who else is commenting. So Tawhid, you are right. And Readable is in my list, in my top list, to be honest. So I have selected a set of things. So you can take advantage of Sumoday in 2 different ways. One is that you buy the new product, such as Readable, right? It will be there for a very short period of time. And the second one is the products that have been in your cart for a long time, and you are waiting for a bigger discount. So this is the time. So some products that you have in your cart, they already have the Sumoday tags. So just get them when you get this bigger discount. Yeah, Tawhid Anjan is in a different channel. I mean, he is in Absupon's Tech Social group. He's commenting there. So in the back end, I can see everyone. Oh, that's great. That's great. David, you won the Readable. Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. It is very fluid, but I think they need to give a little bit of thought in the UX to make it look professional. Means when you are comparing to Airtable, so Airtable UX is very fluid and also agile. So Readable already have that, means the speed is already there. So they just need to do a bit of polishing. It's not necessarily mean that their UX is bad. It just means that they just need to do a little bit of polishing. So yeah, we are discussing the Sumoday deals. Yeah, and you're in the right place now. I mean, everywhere is the right place. So somebody asked what are we discussing today? So today we are discussing what are the tools you can pick without thinking so much about it. And I'm going to help you in that process. So I have my selection. Of course, you can have your selection. And I am more than happy. Actually, I want to know what else you have in your mind, and then we can discuss it live. So whoever is posted, what are we discussing today? I can't see your comment. I mean, either you're in Software Shed or you are somewhere else. Okay, let me just check where else. Solar. Yes. You should not, actually, nobody should miss out on Readable. So let me just share my screen. I'm going to share my link shortly, and in the video. So I'm not sure whether Sam is online or not. I think it's in his daytime, so he might not be online. So I actually compiled the list over here. So if you want to have a look, you can go ahead and have a look. So Tuhin, thanks for the comment and joining. Yes, AdsCook is good, and I've been using it for almost a year, I think. Almost in a year. And it is working. So far, no issues. I haven't got into any issues with it. So it is actually on my recommendation list, but I have already have it. But it is a tool that didn't give any issues. For me, this is, hi Nilesh, thanks for joining. Yeah, I thought I'd do a Sumoday thing, and yeah, there we are. Awid, which one you're talking about?
Which one are you talking about?
Which one are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? Okay, I'm going to share my screen and I will go through it. I was really hoping Joe can join, but I guess it's his daytime and it will be very difficult for him to join right now. Let me share my screen and we go from there. We can bring the discussion from there. So I actually put it in a very simple format. It's a list. And I hope you guys can see my screen. Okay, it's not yet there. Let me move myself out of this. Put it in somewhere else. Right. I think this is better. Let me zoom up the screen so everyone can see. Okay. Oh, help gen. Yeah. I'm configuring help gen for my main website, this one. And once it is done, I will give my proper feedback on it. So those who have been waiting for a better discount, you should not miss out on Neuron Writer. At this point, it is a bit of no-brainer. I mean, you don't have to think so much about it because there is no more phrase. So the next contender is Neuron Writer, and they give pretty much generous limit, if I'm not mistaken. And it is not so difficult to pick up as well. You can actually pick it up pretty easily. And the second one, it's a hidden gem. The second one is a hidden gem, Gimlet Video. I have tested out their player. I went for a trial and it really works nicely, is agile, is fast, and that is why I'm sold. And the interface or the options for it is pretty good. Of course, there is a crossover, a little bit of crossover with Publishio. So if you can remember, Publishio been there for a very long time. If I'm not mistaken, from 2019. Then they went away. They did their MRR or whatever it is. Then they came back almost 2-3 years later. But do remember, they support in the higher plans, they do support 4K videos. So Neuron Writer at this point is very easy. Just take advantage of the discount and just get it done. Now, second one, Gimlet Video. Let us check how Gimlet Video is. So I actually tested it on mobile. I have tested it on 4G and 3G, and it worked pretty well, surprisingly well. I mean, I didn't expect it to work that well, even for the trial. And it goes by minutes, which is a very interesting thing. So you can put videos regardless of the size, but by minutes, not by gigabyte. And I think this is pretty generous. For tier 2, they give 1 terabyte streaming bandwidth per month, which is not bad for a smaller business. Of course, you cannot compare with Microsoft. You cannot compare with AppSumo themselves because they have much more traffic and the streaming bandwidth will go away pretty fast. But then again, for smaller business and you and me, I think we can make use of this tier 2 pretty easily. Let me know what your thought is. Yes, Solar, you are right. Gimlet is a steal. No, it's not about Neuron Writer is may or not. At this point in the market, there is no other LTD that is giving the exact feature like phrase or second to phrase. That's all it is about. What people are fussing about, I don't really care. Whether it works or not, that is where I care. And I have interviewed them previously. And they're a good team of people. They listen to us. And when we request something, they actually look into it. They actually look into it in a serious manner. So that is what Neuron Writer is about mainly. So a product must work first, means whether they have a contender in the space or not. Right now, in availability wise, there is none. So then your choice becomes really limited in that manner, that can I do with something else? But that something else is not there. So you have to go to either monthly plan or yearly plan with other products. And those products are pretty high price. When you compare with Neuron, it will be really, really high priced. Now, the third item that I wanted to talk about. So these are the items that all in my cart, and half of them I already bought over. And another 2 or 3, I don't have the budget right now. But I absolutely love them. So the third one is Processio. It is a bit advanced. If you are not coder or you do not have any coding background, you wouldn't understand it at the very beginning, just like RoboMotion. So RoboMotion, you need to have a solid understanding of JavaScript. Then you can automate wonderful things. And a lot of people ask, can I automate like Pabbly? So Pabbly is a dumbed down version. Means basically it is oversimplified. But Pabbly also gives you some additional advantage that you can fine tune it according to your choices. Whereas Processio or RoboMotion, they are much more driven to the point that you build up the structure from the zero, from the base, and you will modify it as how a programmer would. So that is where the difference is. So Pabbly can be used by almost anybody, those who have a common knowledge of tools or APIs, or it's just very common knowledge. But to go with RoboMotion or Processio, you need a little bit more technical expertise. Yeah, Kevin, thanks for joining. Yes, so my number 4 item is actually Noah. So Noah is very, very interesting. Noah is here, I think, somewhere in the list. So number 4 is Publisher. The reason being, previously I didn't get it, and I want to have a video storage that supports 4K. I'm sure Nilesh can agree with this, and have a storage for it. Right now, I don't have any 4K capable storage, cloud storage. And then I will go to Beyond Me. So Beyond Me is actually very good. So if you want to have a look, I can give you a look inside. I bought it way before the Sumo Day. So what I'm thinking that maybe I should add more code and bring it up. So it deals with a spot that is very limited tools can help. The other product, I think if I'm not mistaken, is called Low Hanging Fruits or similar like this, which helps you to get the traffic gap or the keyword gap that you can make use of. So this is very interesting, and definitely I'm going to try to make a sense out of this. Especially the keyword lab. Yes, it costs your credit, but your credit is renewable. It will renew every month. And you can find out pretty interesting things. So I will share this for a little bit. So as you can see, I have so many keywords. It's an old website, so of course I have. So you can see here a very quick example that it gives me that these are the keywords I can still play with because my competition is still very low. You can see on the second last column that some of the competitions are very low. So this can definitely help you to bring in more traffic and take advantage of those gaps. So don't miss out on this. If you work in content and SEO and WordPress and anything to do with content and keyword, you should not miss this out. So I made some noise, and actually Nazhawk gave me a tips which helped me understand that it is so useful, especially if you're working on SEO or similar tools. And okay, let me go back to the. So Readable, don't miss this, because Readable is kind of Airtable alternative, and it is pretty neat. You can see here, you can create this kind of grid, and it has a kind of feel of Notion as well. You can create a Kanban board, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can do Kanban board as well. So it is not just free from table. You can also do a sort of project management inside. So don't miss out on this. So these are the things that I have already bought. And now the hidden ones. So Context Mind actually improved quite a lot. Previously, I have interviewed them, and they have improved the AI part. Means you can ask AI to give you an idea or a shape of idea, and it will generate for you. So don't miss out on this if you really value how you want to formulate your content. Now, TeamGPT was in TeamGPT was in SaaS Mantra, I think, before. So now they came to AppSumo, and they do not have any more LTD on their website. So this is the only place to get it, and it is a neat tool. Why? I'm telling you right now. I use this for my work. So my team members and myself, we do chat threading in one single thread. That is tremendously fun to do. And then you have search, you have common other features that ChatGPT is missing, which is search, folders, prompt library. So they give all these things, and it is very, very simple to use. So I assigned the OpenAI key by myself as admin, and the team members all can use it. And I can also switch my chat thread into private and shared when I like it. So that is one thing. Now, Kevin. Yeah, Alberto, thanks for joining, bro. Yes, based on my list. And Noah, definitely, I just got it. So give me a bit of time to get some solid technical feedback out of it, because I will know where the limitations are. Because I have designed app before by myself with my team, and those are much more complicated apps. But I want to see how far it can go. Right now, they are for Android and web, but I want to definitely, I'm an iOS user as well as Android, but I want to see iOS, because iOS is one of the most complicated ones, especially the verification process and all those things. But the quality is also different. So Noah, if you are app developer or you are doing small apps for your clients, you should keep it in your stack. Because if I'm not mistaken, the limits are pretty good. So I think you really need to go 199 if you want to do it for multiple clients, because they give quite a lot of unlimited for the 199. But here is the thing. This is why the Sumoday is important. So tools like this, you can actually save nearly 20%, because they do the first 10% discount, then they do another 10% discount. So it's not really 20%, it's about 18 or maybe sometimes 17. So if you get that discount, this price actually comes down pretty low. So I would say if you ever had to make any apps for your clients, because I have tested all these, build app my site and all these things, right? They are just templates. Trust me, they are just templates. They are not real life app that can make a difference. And at my site, yes, it connects with WordPress and it connects with WooCommerce, but still the agility, when you scroll and you know how the screen refresh is all different. So I don't want to talk so much about all these. I want to stay on the topic. So Noah, and sorry, I'm missing some of the comments because I'm looking at screens. Hi, Reggie. Thanks for joining. Okay, then Chartbreak. So this is a very, very useful stuff. If you use Notion, if you use Google Sheet, or if you use, let me check, and even Airtable and MySQL. So the next thing will be ask Readable team to integrate with ChartMap, because this, Chartbreak. So this one already visualizing data from Notion, Airtable, StackB, Google Sheets, and MySQL. So Readable should integrate them. So, then you can make charts inside Readable or render a website with Readable data with charts. This is, I think, a lot of people didn't get it because they didn't understand the need of it. But it is actually pretty neat, and it can come up with pretty neat graphics for the chart. I think there was a little bit of customization issue last time when I used it. I had it quite a while back. But I think for $49, after discount, it will be really cheap. And it includes column bar, area pie, and donut and radar. So I think that covers a lot, right? I'm not sure, Alberto, have you tested or not? But I think this is pretty neat. Simple but neat. Now, previously I bought Formaloo. I use Formaloo for all my giveaway forms. It's easier for me to track, for me to have a history of what happened in my previous live shows. And so I included Marketing Master IO here. You can see I put 4-star for all these things because I still believe that Formaloo need to improve their UI side as same as Marketing Master, but their functionality is pretty good. Their functionality is 5-star. And the same goes with RoboMotion. I have already talked about RoboMotion. Now, Notice. So Notice is something that it is like a little bit of your mini website that you can plug it in multiple different places. So if you have a landing page and you want to have an editable content, you can just include it over there. Then you change the content from the Notice dashboard. So you can do this in WordPress as well. So they come with WordPress plugin, and you can put a reusable area, which you can later edit only on Notice, and it will update over there. It doesn't really use iframe, it uses JavaScript rendering, so it is SEO friendly. And yeah, so I bought this unlimited and 30,000 AI token. That's all. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, and it gives you some sort of analytics, which is pretty okay as well. I didn't even wanted it, but it is there. That which devices looked at the content from which places and such. So yeah, I guess you cannot go wrong with this one. Now, I think a lot of people actually raise this question, including myself, that how will be the sustainability for this kind of product? So this is why I have reduced 1-star, because we need to know whether they will survive in the long run or not, because these are micro-sized apps. These are micro-sized apps, and it is not easy for them to sustain with this kind of money, because if you give it for $49, And if you have 1,000 customers, it will put a lot of pressure on the server because you are serving the content from your CDN, from your own hosting. So definitely it will incur cost. So keep that in mind. So I'm not sure I'm going to keep this or not, but I tested it out. It worked pretty well. So now we are going back to the list. So I also have chat base. So in the next 5 to 10 months, you will see a rapid amount of AI apps will come out. So if you notice that my list is pretty much very limited items and almost no AI tools, no AI generators and such things, I'm not going to recommend them because first thing first, there will be so many that you will have very tough time, and eventually you will go back to the origin, means those who started in the early stages and the products you had and you never touched, you will go back to them because the newer product, they just want to ride the wave of the AI game and take advantage of it. But in the core functionality wise, you will go back to the original apps such as Writer, such as Yellow Scribe, Praise, and such things. Because they just don't do one thing. They actually have an ecosystem. So Phrase have an ecosystem to optimize your SEO. Neuron Writer has an ecosystem to optimize your SEO. It has Phrase also have a duplicate content checker, AI writer, AI preposition, and etc. etc. So you see, it just doesn't complete one part of it. Generate text. So generate text, you can actually use the free tool extension. It's called usechatgpt.ai. I use it every day, and it works fantastic. And all I need is my API key, and they already support they already support GPT-4, they already support Claude. So what else you want? So why do you go and buy things that, will be outdated in next few months, where the free tools already give you so much things? And I also wanted to tell you guys something. Somebody asked about Ghost browser. Is it Joe? Joe, you are the only one using Ghost browser, okay? We all have Opera. We all have. So if you really want to have different profiles, just use Firefox container. It's free, and you can separate out all your social media, all your clients, and everything else. Even for tabs, you can even assign that this tab and this link will always open in certain profile. So yeah, I mean, the Ghost browser adaptability, I'm not sure. I can do a poll and you can see that the adaptability is not there. So, okay, let's not go there. So, Upbase. So, Upbase is a very simple PM tool. Don't expect it to run for a software development company and use Upbase and get things done. No, you will need something like Nifty, because Nifty comes with task tracker and all those extra things that you need for a PM team, especially the technology team who drives day-to-day sprints, and they use Slack, they use Jira, and for those technical teams, you will need Nifty PM or Monday.com or something similar. But if you want to just manage your task easily, get things done, you can use Upbase. It's pretty solid because for one code, it's single user, so I can manage my task. I can have a look. Yes, their mobile app is a bit wonky, I would say, I think they just used a frame wrapper to wrap the website into an app. So sometimes I feel in that way. It might not be, I might be wrong, but honestly, I feel that way. So something Tawit says a while back, Tile Desk. I'm not sure about Tile Desk, but yeah, I will take a look. So this is my list. It's not nothing so extraordinary, nothing so, because I do not want to. Again, I do not want to give people things or recommend people things that eventually will hit the ground. And so this is why my list is smaller. I always look at how far they can go. What are the typical problems comes with their plans, like future plans. As I said, Notice, right? Is a great little tool, but again, the keyword is little. When it is little tool, it will have a survivability problem because somebody will come into the space and they will have MRR, whereas Notice only have LTD money to run, where they are spending the money on hosting. Because imagine if you include a Notice object into a popular website, it will take up a serious amount of traffic from Notice hosting. So these are the things that. So I guess I am hoping that who is the one who said getting. No, I have Voila. The thing is, they really had some issues, and the next thing is when I compare Voila with use ChatGPT.ai, they actually ChatGPT.ai giving me better output, to be honest. So, and the custom prompt design in Voila is kind of, I'm not feeling it. I cannot go deep down custom prompts. So I have prompts that I have worked on. I will share in the group later. There is more than 2,000 words. The prompt itself is 2,000 words. So imagine Voila cannot handle even half of it. So yeah, I think I have given it enough time, but there will be many other tools coming into this space. And another thing that annoyed me when I wanted to use it, it didn't work for 2 days. And then I received an email from them that their system failed to use the OpenAI key. That's for real. And that is my take on that. I didn't include Voila in my list. Now, I will share the link. Hopefully, you guys will check it out. And where should I share this? Okay, this here. And this is headache because I'm streaming in 3 different places over here. That will take forever. Where is the other one? Okay, so I have pasted the link in all the chat. Hopefully, you guys will be able to see it. And why nobody commented what else they want? I saw one thing only about Tile Desk. Hey, Rich. So things about HeyRich and similar products, because they go through LinkedIn, and I have seen people complaining that their account get barred or get limited by LinkedIn. So unless they are a LinkedIn authorized API partner, I think you should take it with a little bit of salt, because if it is your own LinkedIn account, I wouldn't recommend attaching it into this kind of tools unless it is proven, or it has some kind of authoritative marker that they are partnered with LinkedIn or they have a clearance with LinkedIn. So keep that in mind. So this kind of tools looks great in paper, but when you are dealing with social media, remember the ownership of these permissions, especially with the companies like LinkedIn, like Meta, and everyone else. Yes, actually, WP links. I was telling Jaideep Haria, I think earlier today, that you can actually use the free version of that WP links, and I am using it, but it does disturb certain things, that if you have JavaScript pop-ups or you have a Lightbox YouTube video, it will open it in a new tab. So these are the common problems with WP links. I've been using it about 6 months plus. WP login, lockdown, not necessary at this point. And these are things that you can easily tackle on the hosting side. And you can also use Hide My WP Ghost, which is much more reliable for me. Unless WP login, lockdown is providing 2FA, which there is a lot of 2FA tools, free 2FA tools out there already. So this one, I would say, give it a test. WP login, lockdown, give it a test. Now, somebody commented this from my list. Let me get this question once I finish with Alberto. So WP compress, it works, but I have had some issues earlier, like 2021 or maybe end of 2020. I had some issues, but recently I deployed in 2 different sites. It works pretty well. They have came a long way. Their interface has changed. A lot of things has improved, and I have the older plan since 2020. So I think it is still a good buy. But having said that, there is a short pixel one-time plan going on Deal Mirror, if I'm not mistaken. And the highest plan for 145, they give about 3.5 terabyte of data transfer and 750,000 credits one time. Of course, you can buy additional and top it up. But yeah, keep that in mind. So I'm actually using that one as well. So I have all of them, but till date, my favorite one with less amount of problem is actually 2. One, actually one, EWWW. So it's a no-brainer. It works perfectly. The CDN works perfectly and is really less amount of problem. I have had sites that I have done EWW in 2020, and it is running until today without any hassle at all. There was not a single problem that is going on. And those sites have traffic daily from 200 to 1,000 visitors. So yeah, I don't even compare EWW with short pixel. EWW is that good. I have at least 15 sites now, and all of them are using EWW. One of them is using short pixel, another one is using WP compress, because I wanted to see how they progressed versus EWW. Okay, somebody else commenting, but I'm not able to see the comment. Let me see if I can address. Yes, decisions, Joe, decisions. I'm here to save your money. So I wanted to know who actually commented this one. Let me check. Is it on Software Shed or some other place? Where is this? Can someone help me on this? My life, I cannot find it. My goodness. Yeah, Joe, Chatbase. Yeah, I recommended Chatbase because even though there will be tools coming out in next few months, but it is still a good one that you can train. So whoever asked that if you can only buy one, which one I would choose? Okay, let me scroll up and give you the answer. Um, I would choose this one because this is something I found very unique, highly optimized. Mobile experience was good, so that is my personal preference. It doesn't have to match everybody else, but if you give me one choice only, I wouldn't miss this. That's all I'm saying. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Yes, tier two. Let me just confirm with you. Actually, I got the tier three, but for personal use, it's not necessary. Seriously, you can actually go with this. This is very good. Or I couldn't help myself, so I got this one. Alberto, they are not the direct similar case because Publisher will allow you to offload your content from WordPress, which Gimlet is not. Gimlet is more on the player hosting and streaming. Oh my God, who is this? Who is this commenting? I cannot see. Tawhid, give me some money, then I buy tier 5, okay? Goodness. Is that Nilesh? Is that Nilesh? Where is he? Can't see the comment. Hmm. Or is it on my YouTube? Oh my God. This is, man, to keep track of all this. I mean, whoever is commenting where. You must have a business use. So I think it makes sense for you to get two of them for business. Sure, I can help with your FOMO. You just get the tier 3. You don't need DRM for what? Unless you want to use it for, what do you call that? Courses. If you plan to use it for courses, then you can put in the money, definitely. Yes. Yeah, thanks, Alberto. I miss this because, my eyesight is as bad as whatever else. Like, really bad. So it was on Facebook. It was my bad. Let me check where else I missed comments. So anyone want to share what else you are buying? Sure, I know. Or I need to change this glass because my monitor is more than 1.5 feet away, and the smaller text is a little blurry. Yes, come and join me. I have tier 5 and I have 2 uploaded videos on Vadu. So if you compare with Vadu, Gimlet is way much more ahead. I will request you, go use a paste mail and sign up for a trial and have a look at how well done it is. Because it is their core business, they are focusing on it, and they also have image optimization service, which complements each other, and Vadu, they are great people, but what happens that once they completed something, they tilted their focus into another thing. Then there is a sort of people. Imagine I have Vadu from 2020 or 2021, and the interface is pretty much the same, and which is a navigation nightmare because you do not know which video or which folder video you are actually editing. So yeah, it is very interesting. I didn't say definitely it is interesting, but always remember if it is not verified by Facebook, if it is not verified by LinkedIn, you might get into trouble, or your account can get into trouble. That's all I'm saying. I'm not against it. It's a great concept. It is different from what's the other one? What is the other one similar to it? So usually I don't recommend directly on live to people things like this kind of social media utility because I have had bad experience before. Like my account was blocked for a while, like almost 1 month to get it back. So it happened to me. I think Hey is better than Galaxy, at least feature-wise. But yes, just keep that in mind that, it can create some other different type of problems. Okay, I'm lost. I couldn't find. Oh, solar. Yeah. This is why you can save a lot of money during the Sumoday discount. And if you have AppSumo Plus, so it's nearly 20% discount. Especially for Gimlet, the cost will reduce quite a lot. So see, this is something I learn all the time from the audience, and it helps me a lot. Like you guys, right? Look at him. Always remember what he said. because this is very true, and I forget to mention this at all because we are juggling through so many things, and we miss out on this kind of tips and tricks. And I know it's almost Alberto, so I wouldn't pick on Nuta because the functions sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. The function wise means function to function. If you compare with Spock, I think Spock gives you a little bit better output compared to Nuta, but Nuta have multi-language capability. And I think both of them have multi-language capability, but Nuta have some issues, technical issues, more on performance side rather than feature wise. And yeah, so what Aaron Soa said is correct. You need to have a warm-up account first to avoid ban. Means use the warm-up system for LinkedIn or your email before you actually get and do these things. So this is most of it, but I want to give you a little bit of additional things. A lot of people, this is, don't take it as advertising my own thing. I wrote this plugin nearly 17 years back. I was young. 17 years back, I was young, right? Now I'm old fart. So if you do not know, if you want to optimize your website for free, you can actually use WP Optimize. It not only clean your database, it actually does a lot more. Let me see I can show this to you or not. Okay. So I have seen something today. So I have seen something today, which is a new WordPress optimization plugin. So my initial thought that when you have WP Rocket Lightspeed Cache and things like WP Compress and etc., it is highly unlikely you want to be in this space because almost everything, any other product can do it. Yes, it looks yummy from the point of view that you can have an LTD. But let me just show you and tell you that you can actually do these things for free. So here we go. I'm going to show you, this is not an advertisement, but rather I'm trying to show you that it is possible right now for free. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, so this is the original WP Optimize. And now, if you come here on the Images tab, you have automatically compressed image. You can prioritize retention of detail. You can create WebP version of your image. Yes, these two are premium part. Fine. Now I'm going to cache. Enable page caching. Generate separate files for mobile devices. Sub cache pages to logged in users. Lifespan, you can set how long the cache will be there. You can now preload your cache. You can exclude certain pages. You can enable ggib and static file headers. Now let's go to minify. You can do minification. You can process JavaScript files. You can merge, minify, contain each included on its own block to isolate the JavaScript errors and asynchronously load the JavaScript files. That same goes for CSS. And then comes to fonts. You can even use JavaScript to load the fonts. Now all these is already done. You can see my CSS files and such things. So all these can be done for free. So why would you need an LTD to do the job that is provided for free? Yes, of course, if you go to images, you can use unused images or lazy load But for lazy load, you can use any other plugin or even whatever. So if I'm not mistaken, I deployed this, and yes, you can use WP Optimize with EWWW. So all these is in one single plugin, means you can get rid of at least 3-4 plugins if your site is smaller. For example, that you have 100 posts or 300 posts and you have 1,000 visitors. This plugin can do the job without any issues at all. And I have tested it. The speed test, it will come out at 98 to 100, even on mobile. So yeah, you will see a lot of people promoting the new WordPress plugin. I have nothing against it. But all I'm trying to say that it is available for free. So that's on my side. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for using it. That's the whole point. I have made it so many years back, and it does still gives the satisfaction that it is still helping others. Of course, you won't find it on Sumoday because it's 100% MRR driven product. So most of the common features of WP Optimize is always free and will be free forever. So there's the key element of it, and they have also added significant amount of features for optimization. And most of the time, for day-to-day people, you would not need any other specific plugin to optimize your site. It is actually very simplified. If you want to manage your database, plus you want to optimize your site at the same time, you can do that. No, I don't develop it anymore. It is a new team from Simba Hosting UK. So I have given them most of the rights, and yeah, they manage it basically. I really wish I can do the next tool creation, but yes, I still do coding. I cannot let go of it. So I do a lot of now I am testing a lot of AI tools, APIs, and how to integrate them in command lines and automate things. Hopefully, if I have enough time, I will be able to put together things that we can actually call it a utility. So thank you everyone who have joined. And sorry, I missed out on some of the comments. Solar, earlier, I missed out on some of the comments. So I don't want to make it longer than it needs to be. It is already past 1 hour mark. So what is this? No. There is so many tools in this space, man. Hi, thank you, Samantha. Thanks for joining. Yeah. So the whole proposition here was to help out or funnel down that what you actually need to buy on Sumoday. Remember, if you go and filter the Sumoday items, it will come to 671 items last I checked, 3 hours back. And it can easily blind you. You might be thinking, okay, so I have 10% from Plus and another 10% from Sumoday. Let's buy whatever I think is possibly helping me. But do not fall for this, because eventually you will lose your money. So what you do, you pick the ones that will leave. Yes, I cannot give 100% guarantee. Nobody can, right? If there is a disaster strike day after tomorrow, we won't be here. Or if there is what killed the dinosaurs? The comet, right? So if the comet fall down, then yeah. Yeah, bro, thanks. I posted the comment in the chat. Let me see, where did I post it? Okay, I can find it. Where is it? Okay. So I posted my list. About which door? All right, guys. I hope you're all doing great. I know most of you are on the US side, it's daytime, and you are going on about your work. And I really wish that Joe could have joined me, but yeah, but yeah, I can understand that. So next one, Joe. Next one. We need to make back and forth from two people, just like we discussed today. And I think he will give a call to Alberto and have a discussion with him as well. Yeah, when you have time, I mean. Yeah, I give you the peer pressure on live show. Yes. Yes. I am original fan of Doctor Who when I was smaller, and I have watched the black and white version, and then later on the 90s as well. But they kind of launched the show in between. I don't know whether they can recover from it or not, but let's see. But that is all for now. Let me have a sip of water before I go off. And you guys have a great day over there, wherever you are, whether it is a lunchtime or morning breakfast time or evening. Be awesome. And thank you for joining the stream. Bye.